This book here says the governor's priorities for human services in Minnesota. Curiously, the budget is only about $50 million above the base, where they add and subtract some things. And so we're going to be asked as the budget process wears on, which we're just now suddenly entering that phase. Are these the priorities we would have chosen? Would we have not done some of the things he decided to stop doing? Would we have stopped doing that? Would we want to add more to it? You've heard the first bill was a technical bill more, but you've heard three compelling topics about would we want to do that? And you know how the system is set up here, where it kind of funnels up to me as a chair, but I want it to be a funnel, and I'd like to, the best we can in a partisan environment, find a way to craft the budget that we send out of here as something that's a product of us as best it can be. And there's a few caveats in that. The governor, I just did quick math, the governor increases revenues about $1.9 billion. I will predict that the budget will be leaving here will not be supported by revenues of $1.9 billion. Probably not $1.8 billion either, but so, and there'll be something leaving the Senate and something coming back at the end where there's quite a process. And I just talked to the commissioner this morning, and I am very comfortable that the dialogue that's going to happen between this budget and the unknown budget that we have coming out of the Senate is going to be a very collegial, professional, focused discussion of priorities and how on earth are we going to serve our 1.1 million people the best we can. And that's going to require quite a bit of challenges. And those of you who have agreed to work on various kind of working groups on topics can be a part of that. And I think if we do our work well, we'll see fingerprints of all of us on that. And so this is, you know, I've been through this process before. Most of you have been through it in some way or other. And it's and so public as well. There's some things that just don't work very well anymore. They're not that productive. And if you could help us know what those are, we'll put the money somewhere else, or we'll spare the integrity of another program somewhere. We do know that families are hurting everywhere, and that businesses, even the ones that seem like they're doing well, some are doing great, but most are just hanging on. And we want them to stay here, you know, and if you start taxing Polaris, they might decide to do something different than be here, for instance. But we're not going to get very deeply involved in the tax debate in this committee. This is going to all be about policy and how do we allocate our money the best we can. The combined budget of Senator Benson's committee and ours is in the range of $22 billion, which is a lot per year if you count the federal money. And so how can we make that go better? And the stories we've heard today, 30 years ago, some of those young people and adults we've heard from today would not be alive. And so we have made some good strides in that. So we have to recognize what progress is, where the gaps are. And part of that, improving the gaps, is to notice that there are some, and then some other programs which are just kind of taking up space. So whatever level you choose to engage in as members and as the public, I welcome that as we move into this stage. And so Senator Hoffman, you're the lead here. Do you want to offer any comment? And if anybody else wants to comment, they could, and then we'll call it a day.
Mr. Chair, I think you wrapped it up, and everything that we need to stay focused on, what we need to stay focused on.
All right.
You know, you and I would disagree. I say, I'm kidding. I wouldn't say that, but all right. Sorry, I was trying to be funny, but you're staying focused on what we need to stay focused on, which is nonpartisan. This is about human services. Thank you.
Yeah.